man who is ambitious, visionary, and also has the goal of impacting lives in the field of education. He's currently the founder of My Home Teacher, a business organization that connects teachers to parents who need private tuition for their wards at home. So what it means is, if a parent needs a private teacher, they contact the organization, and then we provide them with a teacher. Okay. But aside that, I also do things in terms of journalism, radio presenting, and I'm also into social media marketing as well. And basically, that's all about me. I also read actuarial science here in the University of Cape Coast.
Okay.
I just completed. And
congrats.
Yes, thank you very much.
It's not easy.
Yes. Yes. So basically, that's who I am. Yeah.
Okay, listeners, you can still send in your comments. If you have any message for Eric Vondee, you can send the message through the WhatsApp line 0275144949, 02751449. So, Eric, please tell us, how did the whole idea of My Home Teacher started?
Okay, back then in 2015, there was this young lady in class 4. Her name was Abigail, and Abigail was someone who I looked through her reports. In mathematics alone, she had 53% in mathematics. So it wasn't quite okay for me. So I asked her, why did she get that 53% in mathematics? And according to her, she said the way the mathematical concept is being presented to her in school, it doesn't make her understand. And she doesn't even understand why the term area of a circle should be pi r squared. What is that pi doing over? So it gives us some understanding of where she's coming from, and she wants the mathematical concept to be presented to her in a way that she might be able to understand very well. So I told her that would she love if a teacher comes to the house to be teaching her, so at least she can improve in her academics, basically mathematics.
Okay.
She said yes, so I had to go to the parent and then inform the parent about it. So I did this free of charge, voluntarily.
Wow.
That, okay, I have to go to the house, help Abigail. So I was using Abigail as a prototype, as a case study.
Wow.
To see how this is going to fare. So I realized that I went to the house for some time, and for a particular term, Abigail rose from 53% in mathematics to 93% in mathematics.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. And that was where the business idea popped up that, oh, okay, then I could employ teachers who would also go to the house of students, teach them one-on-one, and then improve their academics. Because, sometimes we live in an academic settings where we have 40 students in a class, 50 students in a class being taught by just a teacher. So the teacher is not able to find the respective needs of each and every
student.
Yes. So the home teaching concept is just to bring education to you
at your doorstep.
On a one-on-one basis, where you get a teacher teaching you and helping you in your academics so that you can improve. So basically, the business concept revolved around Abigail. So I always attribute the birth of My Home Teacher to Abigail.
So wherever you are, Abigail, if you are listening to us, shout out to you from your teacher. Okay, so does it run in your family as an entrepreneur? Probably your father was an entrepreneur, your mom, your dad, or your auntie. Does entrepreneurship spirit run in the family?
Well, surprisingly, I would say that for entrepreneurship, it was something I developed as time went on.
Okay.
Because at the age of 18, I made a resolution to myself that I'm not going to depend on my parents for school fees or pocket money.
Okay.
That's at the age of 18. I felt that at the age of 18, once you are able to vote to determine who a president of your country is going to be, then at least you must be able to cater for some responsibilities of your own. So at the age of 18, I told my parents that they should stop paying my school fees, and they should also stop giving me pocket money. So it was there that I developed the entrepreneurial skills of looking out for job, trying to get something to do in order to make ends meet so that I can be able to cater for myself, because I'd wanted to be independent and I'd wanted to also take responsibilities of my own. So that was where my entrepreneurial journey started. At the age of 18, me telling myself that I would not collect school fees or pocket money from my parents. Okay. So within the university, since level 100, I'd been the one paying my school fees.
Wow.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, listeners, if you are listening to it, you can still send in your message through the WhatsApp line 0275144949, 0275144949. And Eric, of course, some students on campus do have private teachers in their homes without consulting, let me say, a company to link them.
Okay.
So what makes my home teacher different from those who have been going to normal houses, normal homes? I want to teach your child, give me an opportunity. So what makes your own different from theirs?
Okay. You notice that with this particular business concept,
okay,
the organization in itself has subscribed teachers on their database,
okay,
for which if any parent wants a private teacher, they contact the organization. The difference here is we are not only training our students academically,
okay,
but we are also impacting some entrepreneurial skills to our students.
Right.
So you find out that aside from the academics that our teachers would be teaching them, the teachers also ensure that they develop the entrepreneurial skill in the students. So if a student is passionate about maybe barbering or painting or drawing or even singing, we try as much as possible to develop that artistry skill in the student. So that is one of the add-on value we add to our services, whereby aside from the maths, the English, the science that you be taught, we try as much as possible to ensure that you develop your entrepreneurial skills and then the talents that you have.
So you teaching the child, you also added entrepreneurship spirit to be part of the teacher at the same time the student as well.
Very good, very good.
And that's
because
amazing.
We want to train the student holistically.
Holistically.
The full development.
You remind me of my SHS headmaster.
Yes,
he used to say this.
Okay.
Holistically.
Yeah. So basically, that is what my home teacher does.
Oh, okay. All right. That is wonderful. So, but of course, as an entrepreneur, you do have a principle that you follow. The principle that keeps you moving. So you being as an entrepreneur, looking at this, at that time, you said to yourself, I'm not going to take school fees or any money from my parent. What were the principles you were then following that kept your business moving?
I had 3 principles as an entrepreneur, and even still, I do have three principles. The first one is excellence.
Okay.
I have this quote which I normally say that money gravitates to they that condition themselves for excellence.
Wow.
We live in a country where we all yearn for money, we all want money, but you can never have money if you are not providing excellent service.
Okay.
You can never have money if you're not providing an excellent product. So to every entrepreneur out there, you should be excellent in what you are doing. Stand out, be innovative, make sure that you are setting the standard in whichever field that you find yourself in. The second one is customer service.
Okay.
You can't ignore the customer because as an entrepreneur,
which is the parent?
No. Yes, which is the parent?
Yeah.
That's our clients, so the parents. But I'm saying this thing in general because we have entrepreneurs or we have student entrepreneurs who are also listening
Not
to me.
Not specifically to my home teacher, to every entrepreneur.
But these are the principles that I follow as an entrepreneur.
Right.
And I believe that to anyone listening to should also follow that principle as well.
Right.
So the first one, I said it's excellence.
Excellent.
And then the second one is customer service.
Okay.
So it means that as a business or as an entrepreneur, you must keep the customer in mind. You should be able to develop a relationship with the customer. It shouldn't only be about looking out for what you get from the customer, but at least meeting the need of the customer in such a way that you build that relationship with the customer. It's very, very, very important. And then the last principle which I follow is integrity.
Okay.
I believe that you can never create a business without a brand on your own. Every entrepreneur should have a brand on his or her own. Because it is that brand that can market your business very well, and it's that brand that can sell you out, because it's very important that you build trust with your clients and then your employees as well. So these are the 3 principles: excellence, integrity, and then customer service.
Okay. That's the principle that he follows. I will come back to the achievement because that is a lot of achievement which I'm aware of. Okay, let's come to, at the time you were then a student. You were then a student of University of Cape Coast. Combining academic. At the same time, you were a journalist. You are still a journalist as well. Of course, you had opportunity to host, be a co-host of a Joy SMS. That is amazing. I'm looking forward for that day.
Show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, at the same time, actor, at the same time, a singer. How are you combining the two?
Well, you know, it's quite stressful. And let me say, it was even quite stressful, and it's still stressful. You know, you have to combine academics and then business as well. You must try and then put up the best performance in your academics so that at least you don't show in your papers. And you should also be excellent in terms of providing your clients better service to the parents and then the students as well. But one of the principles which made me successful in business and then my academics was my prioritization of time. Okay. I don't waste time in certain activities. I don't also engage myself in things that are not beneficial.
Okay.
So every time counts for me. I make sure that every minute in my life counts. Because for me, I have this saying that it goes like this: the 24 hours is not enough for me.
Okay. It's not enough for you.
24 hours a day is not enough for me. So God should do something about it.
God should do something about it. Yeah.
So for me, I don't waste time at all, and prioritization of time is one of the key